What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sean. I have another Marvel Rivals video for you, and today we're going to be looking at Storm. All right, season 1 of Marvel Rivals is here, and Storm is one of the few characters that didn't get a lot of play in season 0, but has some buffs and reworks to her kit and her moves that I think are making her move up the ranks. And in my opinion, I think she's probably A, S, or even under the meta category for season 1. I found myself wanting to play her a little bit more. So in this video, we're going to jump into her kit, and then I'm also going to showcase some gameplay to kind of show you these moves in real time. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Before we look at the kit, we look at Storm, we look at the new numbers. Go ahead and like this video if God is good, if you're happy to be awake, if you're grateful for the day. And then go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Marvel Rivals content, more guides, more commentary. Also subscribe if you want to see live streams and see some of this gameplay in action. We live stream over on this channel. But we're on the Marvel Rivals website. Let's take a look at what the devs have done to Storm. All right, she got a rework, a buff, if you will. And so she has an increase to Windblade projectile speed from 100 ms to 150 ms, and left click damage from 50 to 55. So Windblade has gotten stronger, and it also has gotten a little bit faster. Okay, she also has increased to Bolt Rush damage. That has increased from 70 to 80. And then here's a big change that I think helps Storm be a little bit more powerful with her ultimate. Right, so after releasing Omega Hurricane, the bonus health provided for her will be increased from 350 to 450. Moreover, following its conclusion, the extra health will no longer vanish instantly, but will instead diminish at a rate of 100 per second. So used to be able to do the special, and as soon as she came off the special, that blue bonus health went away instantly. This is huge. She's going to be able to keep that 450, 350, and then back to 250. All right, it's going to go down gradually, which gives you the ability to kind of escape and get out of some situations and just be able to take some more damage if you're using her ultimate in kind of a dicey situation. So I do like that, and she is absolutely insane. Normal attack is Windblade. All right, her base stat, she's got 250, and her movement speed is 6 ms. All right, we'll take a look at Windblade here. 55 damage, as you can see, the updated number. And then you do have some fall off. It begins at 20 meters, decreasing to 70% at 40. All right, you can get off 2 rounds per second, and she's got 12 in the clip. This is probably one of my biggest gripes, is she controls the weather, and she has to reload her wind blade, which is crazy to me. All right, it doesn't crit, so there's no critical hit. Doesn't matter where you hit them, it's not going to critical hit. But the cool thing is Windblade does pierce through enemies. So if they're stacked, they're bunched, you can launch these into a group, and you'll be able to go through and get a good slice on them. Omega Hurricane is the ultimate. She transforms into a hurricane to draw nearby enemies and deal damage. So we just went over the new effects to that. So that is her ultimate. Then she's got weather control. She can switch the weather to empower allies, grant tornado. The tornado grants movement boost, and the thunder grants damage boost. So this, for controller, is kind of primarily what I play on is triangle. It's shift here on the PC, but you can switch between tornado and thunder. All right, and so tornado gives movement boost to self 16%, gives movement boost to allies 8%. Thunder gives damage boost to self 16% and damage boost to allies. And I think pairing this with the new damage numbers that she's got, the cooldown on her ultimate, there's some really sick combo play you can do here to buff your team, but also give your moves a lot more damage and wipe out a lot of enemies. Then we've got Goddess Boost. Channel the power of the weather to empower Storm. All right, so this is what activates the tornado or the thunder. Okay, so you can switch between those, but then you can activate it here. All right, and so when you do a tornado, you get movement boost to self 40%, movement boost to allies 20%, and then if the enemies are within your storm range, minus 15 to their movement. So you can slow them with tornado. All right, and then in the enhanced thunder, damage boost to self is 30%, damage boost to allies is 12%, and then the strike frequency is 2 seconds per strike, all right, with 35 damage. And so this does summon lightning that inflicts damage on enemies when you do the enhanced thunder. Now that combo alone will show in the clips. If you're timing this, you can pick weak enemies off so easy when you go ahead and use the Goddess Boost on thunder. All right, then we'll look at Bolt Rush, and so it unleashes a lightning bolt forward. All right, it has damage of 80 and the cooldown is 8 seconds. All right, we'll go back real quick and take a look at these. The cooldown for Goddess Boost is 15 seconds. There is no cooldown for weather control. You can switch between it. All right, and then Windblade is a ammo move, so you got to reload and kind of manage your resources there. So you can see in the center of the screen we've got an icon that looks like a tornado, and so that tells you how many people are in your storm ring. So the blue is for your team, the red is for the enemies. So the higher you go up, the smaller your circle becomes, which is going to make your effects of the Goddess Boost and the Tornado and the Thunder less effective. And so playing closer to the ground, believe it or not, is actually going to be the most beneficial for Storm. Now, obviously there's going to be some situations where you need to get up high, you need to get away. Maybe you're kind of camping over a point or popping some corners up high on convoy, but for the most part, if you're wanting to pop off on these big combos, you're going to want to be close because you want to give as much of your team the radius of your circle, but you also want to be able to get as much of the enemy team in your circle as possible as well. And so we'll go ahead and pop off, take a look at the Windblade. It's got some pretty good speed now, pretty noticeable. Now, I didn't play with Storm a ton in Season 0, but one of the things that quickly made me click off of her when playing is, one, I just didn't understand the full kit and its abilities. I think Storm was very viable still in Season 0. I just didn't know how to play her. But kind of just coming into these shooter type games, her Windblade was just too slow. And I was getting picked off by the likes of Iron Man. I felt like I was a sitting duck in the air. I was playing her way too high, not really utilizing her Storm circle. And so I just was getting wrecked, and I decided to switch off to her. But looking at her kit a little bit more, spending some more time in the training arena playing with Storm and kind of playing synergistically with her moves, she actually puts out a lot of DPS. All right, so that is the Windblade. We'll take a look at the Lightning Rush. All right, has a second or so to charge up, so it's not as fast coming out as the Windblade, but if you can time it right, you can get a lot of combo in. 1, 2, Lightning Rush, almost finish him off, and you can hit him with another Windblade. Now, here we are with our Storm. We've got the Tornado, like I said, in the middle, so we've got that. So go ahead and I'll hit Goddess Boost, and you can see that there's a little rings around the enemies. They're being slowed. All right, so for the 7 seconds or so that you've got this move, they're slowed when you do that. And then I'll turn off cooldown so we can look at this faster for our team. And then same thing here, go ahead and activate the boost. All right, for my team. Now, these robots can't move, but you should see some icons that are similar to the color of Storm's wind to kind of show them moving a little bit faster. Then we'll do the Storm. So we got them in the Storm. Activate Goddess Boost. You can see the arrows here. This isn't a movement-based buff, and so you can see this is damage. You got the up arrows. They're in my radius. All right, they're getting that damage boost. Now we'll take a look at the Storm over the enemies. So as soon as I activate Goddess Boost, lightning comes down on these enemies, and so you can really just pair that with Windblade. You're getting that damage boost to Windblade, you're getting the damage boost to your Lightning Rush. You can really whip out some strong combos here. And again, you can be somewhat medium in the air and still be able to get these guys in your circle. Now obviously, like I said, the higher up, no one is getting hit really by this burst. I believe this guy got hit just because I'm up high, but you're not really getting anybody until you're medium to low on the ground. So you might want to rethink the way you play Storm if you've been playing her up high. If you want to capitalize on a lot of these power moves, you're going to want to be closer to the ground. I would say I've been effective being in the middle and front line, sometimes in the back line if I'm kind of hovering over the team, kind of supporting with the Windblade. But to be really effective and pick off folks, you got to be somewhat aggressive, get to the front, retreat to the middle, and kind of use Storm as a support duelist a little bit. Just with the movement and the damage boost, you can really kind of counter an onslaught of enemies if you use your Goddess Boost on Thunder at the right time. You're giving yourself and your team a damage boost. It's just really crazy. Now, let's take a look at Omega Hurricane here. So we'll go ahead and activate it. Pick your spot where you want to start in. You come in. Crazy damage. This special is really good. And then as you notice there, you come out with all of that bonus health, and it's going down very, very, very slowly. All right, now I took a little bit of damage in there, so I didn't go back to my 250. The little guys got a little bit hit on me, but you'll see. Do it again. Take a look at some gameplay as well. Go pop your move, come in, and again, when you come out of that, you've got your health decreasing at a much slower rate. Gives you the ability to retreat, reposition, get back to your team. All right, I think that ultimate's really awesome to dive on the back line, pick on healers, pick on duelists. Maybe you need to finish off a tank that's mid-health. You can go in and dive on them with the Omega Hurricane. A lot of damage. Then you've got that overheal that allows you to get back to your team, retreat, reposition, and get to safety. And so the way I like to play Storm right now, kind of with these buffs, is I like to play a little bit aggressive. I find myself on the front lines to the mid lines, putting in a lot of damage, looking at who my team is fighting and where they're positioned. And if I see a lot of weaklings, I like to do that goddess boost, because you're going to instantly get that lightning that assists you. You've got your team, if they're within range, doing damage as well. You doing damage. It's just crazy. She's going to be a DPS machine. Now, I play a lot of quick play, so I've yet to see how Storm does for me in competitive matches. I hope to play a little bit more competitive this season, but so far in quick play, I have quite a few matches already where I've got MVP, high kills, high damage, and low deaths, believe it or not. If you play Storm right, you can actually stay alive a long time. Now, shout out to the healers. You are going to need good team comp. All right, now you can't just go with all DPS and just murder. You are going to need some healing. You are going to need to know where the health packs are on the map. All right, that's one of the keys to how I play. I always like to know where the health is, and I kind of like to camp up and play near those. So just in case your healers aren't on their job for that match, you can ascend and descend and get to the health packs and keep storming the match. Now, when you get into the higher level matches, you're playing against quick play teams that are kind of stacked up. They're going to notice that you're doing a lot of crazy damage with Storm, and you may start getting targeted right off the get-go. No worries. All right, use your combos. Know where the health packs are. Know where your healers are. And I promise you, if you combo the Goddess boost, you hit them with your Omega Hurricane a few times during the match, and they see how lethal you are, they're going to want to probably stay away from you. I've played against a few Storms so far that are on their job. They're hitting their shots. They're knowing how to combo. It's really dangerous how much range of her Storm she has when she's close to the ground, and so you just know that she's got that move waiting at the ready, and so you kind of just have to be leery of where she is at all times. And I really think she's going to shape up to be, at least in my opinion, A or S tier. I think there's going to be some crazy DPS matches and videos and content that are going to come out this season for Storm, where she started off in Season 0, not that exciting, but I think by the time of Season 1 ending, I think we're going to see Storm's play rate go up. I think we're going to see more content from her, and I think she's going to find herself just overall better reception from the Marvel Rivals community as an actually decent player to use. All right, so that's all I have for the Storm video. She's crazy good. The buffs and rework have made her a pretty formidable opponent to play against and a great hero to play with. And so go ahead and like this video if you like Marvel. If you want to see more Marvel Rivals content, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more videos, especially if you want to see more gameplay and gameplay commentary. If you want to see gameplay in real time, I stream over on this channel, and so go ahead and subscribe if you want to see that and be a part of it. And then I'll leave some details in the description if you want to play Marvel Rivals with me. My gamer tag is GVOsean. I play on PC primarily, so if you want to play, I don't mind playing with the community, getting to know folks and hanging out. I love the game. I love Marvel, and I'd love to kind of share that enthusiasm with other folks. So go ahead and follow me on Marvel Rivals. Send me a friend tag. I'd love to play, enjoy this game with you as well. But that's it for me. Like always, be blessed. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.